Don't buy these affordable fragrances, buy these more expensive ones instead. What a scandalous, dastardly, rude title I've given to you guys. But hey, it did make you click on the video. So why am I being a smug little fragrance reviewer and telling you guys to buy more expensive fragrances? Aren't we usually trying to find you guys the best deals, the best affordable scents out there? Now there is a case where affordability beats some overpriced fragrances. However, in the fragrance world, like in most industries, you do get what you pay for, and you get more expensive smelling fragrances that I recommend that people should save up for instead of buying many cheap scents like a lot of people do, including myself. Guilty as charged. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys 8 pairings where I'll give you an affordable scent a lot of people will buy that's popular, and then I'll give you the popular alternative. It's not necessarily going to be that these are clones of each other, but they are very similar fragrances that I think are worth saving up for. I think some of these more expensive scents are just better value for money if you just save up for them. Some of these are actually extremely expensive, actually just looking at one of them right now. However, the concept also of this video is that if you like a certain type of DNA and you want to get the best of the best, you really love that DNA and you really want to, a fragrance that you're going to fall in love with, then hopefully this video helps you. If you're really looking for that expensive fragrance that'll change your life, basically, then hopefully this video helps. But we'll get to the video in a second, guys. Yesterday, I was watching Cody Ko's trilogy on Jeremy fragrance. If you haven't watched those 3 videos, make sure you check them out. And what I love about Jeremy, like we all do, is that he's a larger-than-life character. He's very successful, and I don't think his success came by chance or by accident. He earned it. And I think what Jeremy shows really well is that he displays an importance and an appreciation of self-development. You can look at him, he's obviously a beautiful model, he's muscular, he's very fit. This is very relevant to today's sponsor, guys. This is Skillshare. Essentially, what I think is, if you want to succeed in life, I think you need to focus on your skills. They're the best investments you can give to oneself. As I said before, this channel would not have been successful without Skillshare for myself. I watched a video editing course that was just over an hour from my friend Ali Abdal, and through that, School of Sense started. I was able to create these videos for you guys. I had no prior knowledge of social media, no prior knowledge on editing, so it really changed everything. And I think people like Jeremy succeed because they develop their own skills. He said that in one of his interviews with Cody Ko. Skillshare is a fantastic platform for creative skills. If you want to learn about anything like music, art, teaching, dance, social media, anything you want. We even have our own course on there about fragrances, guys. So it is a fantastic opportunity. You get to have a 1 free month trial of Skillshare, guys, to see if it's right for you. You'll be able to get that 1 free month through the link that we have in the description down below, as well as in the comments. Only the first 1,000 people will get access to this link, to this free trial. So make sure you guys jump on it before everyone else does. It is a game changer. So learn a new skill today, guys, and see how you can improve yourself. To start off this list, I'm going to go with, first of all, Montblanc Legend. Yes, it's a classic from 2011 that basically cloned Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. I always say this on this channel, guys, basically don't buy that fragrance. I think if you want the best quality Fierce DNA out there at the moment, it is going to be Parfums de Marly's Percival. Probably slightly overpriced, but it does that fresh out the shower, citrusy, lavender, musky DNA really well with a lot of ambroxans. It's very mass appealing. It's a very bright, easy to love, fresh DNA. I imagine like a really young, handsome model going around in the summertime wearing Percival. It will get you a lot of positive attention. It's going to be many compliments. Davidoff Cool Water, don't get this. I mean, get it if you want, it's not bad, but I don't think you should spend your 20 bucks on this. Save that 20 bucks for another fragrance instead. Creed's Green Irish Tweed. So the story is the perfumer Pierre Bourdon made Green Irish Tweed in 1985, and then he made Davidoff Cool Water 2 years later in 1987. So he's basically just injected Green Irish Tweed to the majority of Cool Water's DNA. Green Irish Tweed smells a lot more expensive still to this day. And no, I don't want to recommend Très Nuit by Armaf. I don't think it compares. I think this is a rare case for Creed. I'm actually supporting them and defending them this time. Creed's Green Irish Tweed beats all the cheaper alternatives of this similar DNA. How does it smell? Green, musky, intense, but still clean, fresh, invigorating. I think this is a beautiful signature you can wear all year round. So it's expensive, but you're going to be wearing it often. I think it suits a more mature man. I think a CEO type with a clean shaven face, I would imagine wearing this. Someone who's cool, reserved, very smooth in his day-to-day interactions. That's the kind of guy I see wearing Creed's Green Irish Tweed. It smells like a boss. It's a boss perfume. It's a classic, and I think everyone should smell it at the very least. It's definitely, I think it's up there with one of Creed's best. Tommy Hilfiger's Impact Intense. I got this because a lot of people in the community recommended this as a cheap alternative to this fragrance. Parfums de Marly's Layton, the classic. They both share this idea of being a sexy apple-based DNA. So Layton does it better though, in my opinion. It smells more gourmand. It has this beautiful vanilla in here. It has some freshness from the florals. It's a beautiful geranium-based fragrance. So it's a much more interesting perfume. It's much higher quality. Yes, it has been reformulated. From what I'm getting now, I'm getting about 8 to 10 hours longevity. It doesn't project as loud as it used to, but I still think the performance is fine. I still think Layton is easily one of the brand's best fragrances. Parfums de Marly is one of the best traditional oriental houses out there. So really intense, spicy, sweet fragrance houses there. And I think Layton just smells like the perfect man, like a young, romantic, sexy, seductive, and inviting kind of individual. You can wear this as a signature. So again, you get great value out of this, wearing it a lot of times in most of the year round. Montblanc Legend Spirit. I'm going for Montblanc's throat again, guys. Now, Legend Spirit actually is not a bad fragrance. It's a really nice, affordable bubblegum scent. But if you want the best bubblegum DNA out there, get Rasasi's Hawas. It's a similar concept to Legend Spirit. It's aquatic, bubblegum-like, fun, exciting, casual. This is much better performing. Again, 12 hours longevity, a loud projector, so which is just incredible for a summertime fragrance. Rasasi Hawas is one of those beginner fragrances that, you know, is one of the secrets in the fragrance community that is worth getting on the hype for. It will get you a lot of attention, a lot of compliments. You're going to be a, you know, well-dressed, fun-loving, really light-hearted, I don't know, maybe I imagine a teenager wearing this, but probably all age groups can rock this. So it's very youthful, but still sexy and versatile for all age groups. Rasasi Hawas, you know, wins in this category. I wasn't going to throw this one in there, but don't get Halloween Man X. I used to own that fragrance. It's very cheap. It's a coffee fragrance. I would recommend Polar Red Extreme instead, but that's discontinued. So nowadays, I'm going to just say get Xerjoff Uden. They're not very similar. I can't say they're similar at all. Halloween Man X, Uden. However, they both have the coffee note in there. So that's my very you know, questionable link here, but I think if you want the best coffee fragrance out there, Uden is the one to go for. Like, you really need to love coffee, but Uden is a masterpiece. That's a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Something a bit more affordable might be something like Faviol Seferi's Insomnia, which is very close to Black Phantom by Killian. So yeah, I don't recommend Halloween Man X is what I'm saying. Missoni Wave. Not a bad, clean, soapy, aquatic cheapie, but it's not the best in this DNA. Chanel's Allure Homme Sport is. Now this is a case where actually, yes, Missoni Wave is trying to clone Allure Homme Sport, but Allure Homme Sport is just Chanel's signature, you know, smoothness put into here. This is a lot more creamy, aquatic citruses, very beautiful, you know, clean, and just easy to love DNA. That this is the kind of fragrance, again, gets me a lot of compliments. You're gonna be maybe a guy who's 25 years old, who has a great lifestyle, is very social, outgoing, extroverted, and he's just, you know, loved by everyone. This is the really easy to love fragrance DNA. 8 hours longevity, so I get better performance from this than Missoni Wave. Again, Missoni Wave is really is not bad for the price, but if you definitely just want the best fragrance that does this kind of DNA, then Allure Homme Sport is the best of this DNA. The Dior Sauvage Elixir, extremely intense, extremely spicy. I quite liked it at the beginning, but I had to give it away very shortly because I found it too intense and still too synthetic, like most of Sauvage's flankers. I'm going to recommend Initio Parfums Oud for Greatness instead. These two fragrances have a similar vibe. Intense, spicy, woody. Now, I need to be transparent and say that this fragrance was gifted to me by Max Aroma, but that's a different video. That's going to be a different video later on, guys. But Oud for Greatness, honestly, if you like that really intense feeling of a mature, woody, spicy DNA, beautiful, beautiful oud perfumery here. It's a simple fragrance, but in a good way. So it's a simple, very nice, uplifting, cold weather only signature scent. Like if you want to be, again, a mature boss, I can imagine tall, dark, handsome guy with a dark beard wearing something like this. This is definitely a mature fragrance. But if you love spicy fragrances and if you like oud fragrances, then Oud for Greatness is definitely a great DNA. Both of these fragrances are not my style actually in particular. I like a bit more balanced scents. They're both very intense fragrances, so just bear that in mind. Sample this before you buy a full bottle. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal. Classic DNA. I love this. However, again, this is a case of if you really want the best version of this DNA and you don't care about price, this is my recommendation. Amouage Reflection 45. Look at how beautiful this bottle looks. It's got a weird trippy effect to it. Again, this has been gifted to me by Max Aroma. This is a very expensive fragrance. I'm saying to you guys, this bottle here is £400 or $500. Bear in mind, the name says it all. It's a 45% concentration fragrance, which is basically like 2 fragrances in one, essentially. That's an extremely intense concentration. However, you will get the best Le Mal-esque DNA, not clones at all. I actually kind of found the original Reflection Man a little bit underwhelming. I eventually gave it away, but 45 is a huge improvement. It's not just, oh, they made it a more intense concentration. No, this is increased a lot more in its complexity. It's got iris in here. It's a bit sweeter, more intense. Whilst Reflection Man was more a warm weather fragrance, Reflection 45 is an all year round fragrance in my opinion. So you're going to spend a lot of money, but this is it. This is your rich man's, like honestly, like a rich man driving like a Lamborghini in California kind of wearing signature. Like this is it. You will wear this all year round and you will be rich. Creed Aventus is no longer the rich man's signature. I think something like this would be. Oh my God, it's extremely unique. White florals, vanilla. It's got sandalwood in here, so it's very woody. Iris, it's very creamy, beautiful complexity to this fragrance while still being extremely mass appealing. It is not safe in its blind buy ability in terms of price, so definitely sample before you buy, but I don't think anyone's ever going to hate this. I didn't care too much about the original Reflection Man, but this, it definitely stands above it. This is like a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's any way this can be improved upon actually. Maybe bring the price down a tiny bit, but you can see why it's expensive. It's 45% concentration. Last pairing, don't get Davidoff Zino. I gave that bottle away. Get Tom Ford's Beau de Jour instead. I think Beau de Jour was influenced by Zino for sure. Maybe it was better before it was reformulated Zino, but it smells a bit too synthetic. It kind of took a nice DNA, but it just smells too cheap in my opinion. Beau de Jour is a much more clean, modern day, up-to-date barbershop scent that will last over 12 hours on you, make you smell sweet and sexy, but yet still fresh and clean. So it's very impressive. Definitely get that instead. That concludes today's video, guys. I'm really a fan of this concept of consolidating your collection. I think too many of us, myself included, buy too many cheapies that end up gathering dust. So hopefully this video is helpful to you guys, even if you only just buy one of the more expensive alternatives. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be doing a don't buy these expensive fragrances, buy these more affordable fragrances instead, in case any of you are mad about today's title. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to click on our Skillshare link down below to get a free trial. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out our other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.